So let's talk a little bit about prepping your meals and cooking. First of all, cooking doesn't have to be complicated. To cook and eat healthy, you don't have to be a chef or spend hours in the kitchen every day. For me personally, I like to A. Mix and match, B. Repurpose my leftovers, C. Prep ahead, and D. Just keep it simple. That's all. Before we even jump into our food groups, let me make you promise me one thing. Don't overstock on foods that you don't like. If you don't like kale, it's probably gonna end up in the garbage, even if you tell yourself how good it is for you and that you should just shut up and eat it. If you're not a tuna fish person, don't torture yourself. Don't buy tons of tuna fish or make a whole bowl of tuna salad just because it is good for you. There's plenty of other sources of protein you can choose from. Print out the list of food groups that correspond with your containers and refer to it often when you shop and when you cook. So let's start with proteins. Those are our red containers. As it comes to meat, I like to bake my stuff or put it in a slow cooker. If you're cooking for a large family, slow cooker, crock pot is your best friend. You can make stews, you can make soups, and here you can't go wrong with chicken breasts or pork roast or beef roast. And that meat you can use in tons of different things. You can make taco bowls, you can make lettuce wraps, stir fries, cold salads, breakfast scrambles. You can use them on pasta or in chilies. You name it, there's tons of ideas. What else? Eggs. Eggs are great. I always keep a few boiled eggs for my high protein snacks throughout the day. Very simple. You can even buy already pre-boiled eggs. They sell them at Costco, I know for sure. Next, let's talk about carbs. Carbs are a yellow container, and those are super easy. You can cook them in bulk, and they last a long time, and they freeze really well. So if that works best for you, you can even pre-cook them, portion them out in Ziplocs and freeze them, put them in your freezer. That might be very convenient for you. Don't overbuy starchy vegetables like potatoes and yams, the ones that count as carbs, because they don't last as long as your grains, and they go bad. And we don't need as many carbs as we think we do, so they just end up spoiling. Buy a little bit at a time when you plan ahead. Next, let's talk about our veggies. Green container. So these are the ones that take up the most time because we need quite a bit of this stuff and it doesn't last as long. So what I do is I eat lots of salad. So about once a week, once every 4 or 5 days, I make a big bowl of fresh salad. I use lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes. You can use spinach or whatever you like. Make your own kind of salad. And just have fun with it, mix and match. And then I put it in the fridge. I cover it with a lid or a plastic wrap, and it lasts in there for 4, 5, 6 days if you don't put dressing in it. I don't even eat dressing on my salad, but if you can't eat salad without it, then put some dressing on it as you add it to your plate. And also, right before serving, you can put in some avocado or fresh and raw nuts and seeds. Of course, don't forget to count them as your blue and orange containers. And avocado, it goes brown, as you know, if you leave it just like that. And nuts and seeds, they just lose their crunch. That's why I don't like to add them to my salad right away. Great option is grilling your vegetables or sauteing them. Takes 5-7 minutes, and you can either buy them already pre-cut and pre-washed, or you can do it yourself. Either way, whatever you have time for, but those will be your broccoli, your cauliflower, your green beans, asparagus, zucchini. Those are my favorite ones for that cooking method. Frozen vegetables are great too, and some people even say that they are even higher in nutrients than your fresh vegetables because they're picked at their peak of ripeness and frozen right away, so all those nutrients are preserved. Those, of course, really easy. Just throw them in your pan, add some spices, tiny little bit of salt, maybe pepper, put a lid on. Doesn't take very long. And remember, as it comes to frozen vegetables, that your peas and your corn and your soybeans count as a yellow container, carbs, not as a green container. Fruits and fats and oils are pretty self-explanatory, so we won't talk about those in this video. But if you have any questions or suggestions, something you would like me to cover, comment below or let me know in a message. My personal staple for dinner is meat and veggies. And here you can go crazy and mix it up. It can be anything from a baked chicken breast with sauteed green beans, or cold shrimp over a salad bowl, or a taco bowl. There's dozens of options here. When you're thinking about what to make for dinner, out of the ingredients that you have in your house, be creative. We tend to be stuck in the patterns of as it goes to what goes with what, but that just makes things complicated, I've noticed. Lots of last ingredient shopping, which takes up a lot of time. So if you have everything for your lettuce wraps but chicken, but you do have some fish, well, try some fish. You might just like it. Give it a go. And that's exactly what I did the other night. And then the night before, I used the chicken left over from the night before. So it feels like a different dinner every night, but in fact, it's just repurposing leftovers. So experiment, you guys, and pretty soon you'll start noticing that it doesn't really matter how your food is put together. All that matters is that you're eating the right stuff and you're nourishing your body right. So that's it. Let me know if you've got any questions or anything else you want me to cover. Bye, guys.